So I said a long time ago in my first video post that I was thinking about retiring Boogiepanda as an online identity. I've been using it for almost a decade now, and there's a lot of baggage associated with it. I tried for a while to move into the realm of being my personal life online identity while developing a separate professional life persona, but it just doesn't really fit my personality. Some people go to work, and for the most part they leave their personal life at home, and then they go home and leave their work mindset completely. Some people do it to varying degrees, but for the most part I'm always the same persona. I think 7 to 8 years ago that wasn't really the case. There were huge parts of my personal life that I omitted from interactions at work. Despite the fact that I liked the people I was working with, there wasn't this deep interpersonal bond. I did develop that kind of relationship with my direct boss over time, but most of my other coworkers were more of a friendly, cohabitational relationship. So Boogiepanda was a retreat. It started off as an innocuous enough messenger handle, but over time it expanded like a tree-taking root. The name originated from two characters. The first is the father of Ramna, from Ramna Half. For those unfamiliar with the show, it's a cartoon where the main character falls under a curse, where whenever he's splashed with water, he changes gender. Other characters in the show suffer similar curses. His father turns into a panda, his nemesis turns to a pig, and so forth. The reference to this character is primarily superficial. He turns into a panda, and I happen to like pandas. The second character was Boogiepop from a light novel series and anime series of the same name. The reference to this character is a little more involved and intentional. Boogiepop, the character, represents a lot of themes I identify with. Boogiepop himself is an alter ego that only surfaces when needed. I don't doubt the importance of layered personality in human society. Our ability to learn and adapt behavior to match the social environment is probably one of our most advantageous evolutions alongside a heightened sense of individualism. Behavior and personality are different but interrelated. Personality is an observation of motivational, thought, and behavioral patterns. It's part of the natural human tendency to assign meaning. We assign personality to others based on our perception of them. We also try to affect the perception others have of us. So Boogiepanda, a created online identity, is smoke and mirrors. It isn't all that different from the hat metaphor used to describe how people adapt to filling multiple, sometimes conflicting roles in their life. I've explored that method and I want to try something different. Let's take away the smoke and mirrors. Now, if I had a horrible job that I needed a psychological separation from, I think I'd prefer to just change jobs. The head metaphor is useful, but I've learned from experience in my job it isn't productive to try to section off different aspects of any role. I'm staunchly against that. It's much more effective to integrate learning and methods across roles. There's definitely a time and place for Boogiepanda. He's not getting the axe, so to speak. I want to focus on driving more online interaction through another, more transparent online identity. So one of the projects I'm working on is sort of a CMS for my primary site at the WW4 NCSU site. If you're familiar with that particular part of NC State technological history, you might think, well, how can you make a CMS on a web host that doesn't support server-side dynamic scripts? But that's entirely the point. My aim is to make a browser-based CMS. Clearly, the part of the CMS that stores content will have to be server-side, and that'll be hosted on people.engr. But every other layer will be client-side. In addition to making a dynamic site on a static server, I'm going to try to focus on integrating different parts of my life experience together. I'll continue to use LiveJournal, but on a new account, Born Digital. I'll also continue to build out Fabulous IT, which is hosted on our university library blogs. The final major piece of the puzzle is the questionably reverent stuff white mages like. One online persona, a broad spectrum of facets. The internet becomes a fully integrated part of social life, indistinguishable from the clothes on your back. That in a nutshell is the real Web 3.0, none of this hyperbole. So in short, so long, thanks for all the fish, and see you on the other side.
Psst, this is the part where you add my new account to your friends list.